Good night, greetings everybody. We are G-Syndicate, and tonight is vibes as we syndicate you vibes, you know. You're gonna be hearing some songs off our upcoming EP. Things gonna be nice. So right about now, we starting with this one. Ready to blow? So are you ready to go? So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, ready to blow, ready to blow. Oh, so let me go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. It's time to start the party. Sometimes we be getting dirty. This time we're starting this thing right. Hey, so just kick off your shoes. It's no time to feel the blues. So baby, we gonna do our thing tonight. Oh, leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you've got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time for you to be free. Let's just enjoy the party tonight. We just gonna ease our mind. So just think about the world, 'cause we're not gonna stop at all, and we're just leaving all our fears behind. So leave the work at home, leave the stress alone, toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you've got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Let the music take control. Let it seep into your soul. When the bass line starts pulsating, feel the stress evaporate. Let it bring me to your mind. There could be no better time to get on the floor, 'cause we're just ready to blow. Ready to blow, start up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark on the trombone.
Start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Give it up for Mark, y'all.
So
let me go.
ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Ready to blow,
ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Yes, folks, good night one more time. We are G-Syndicate. This next song we're going to do for you, you can find it on our upcoming EP called Revive. We released it last year, and we're ready to rock. This one is called Chemistry.
Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey melanin dripping, sweet Calico, honey bar, good looking. The way how you moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's why, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's why, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl, classy and intelligent, and you run the world. Let me say face to face, know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. I hear your voice, angelic eyes, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, girl, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, we're still moving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, and that's for me, baby. Step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Yeah.
The next selection is entitled Englishman in New York, a song made famous by Sting in the 80s. Hope you enjoy.
I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, my tea. I like my toast on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking king here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien.
legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
If manners make it man, as someone said, he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York.
I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty's propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, all rare in this society. At night a candle's brighter than the sun. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. In New York,
Takes more than comeback gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners make it man, and someone said, he's the hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and strive. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
We know you sing at home.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York City.
I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Now, growing up in the 90s, I would have loved these songs, and I'm sure those of you that know them will love them as well. So we got two songs coming up for you. We got I Wanna Know by Joe and Someone to Love by John B. and Babyface. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh. Nobody ever made me feel this way. No. You kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry. Oh, so I can be the one to always make you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were with. No. And he never took the time to make your words more loving. Girl, baby, I'm the kind of man who shows consent. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, and I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host, Derrick.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
and together we bring you and
Is that gonna work with me?
the truth is out there, boy.
She belongs to the streets.
Yes, we are here for another edition of the Senate Podcast. What's going on, my brother? How the weather treating you? How is everything?
Why I here, man? Yeah, bleeding as the old people would say. But I am here, ready to rock as usual. Busy day as always, especially this time of year. But nonetheless, man, I swimming. You can keep swimming, and I here ready to rock. What's going on with you, my brother? What's that in your world?
I am good. I am well. Trying to get over a little fresh cold, as what people say, head cold. Trying to get over that. But other than that, I am good. I am blessed and highly flavored. Today was rainy. Today was nice and chilly. Today was my off day.
Indeed.
So it was a beautiful day. A beautiful day.
Uh,
It was a good day, man. So, I just got some word here, so from one of your cohorts, and he is approving of that thing that I sent you earlier. So you must watch it.
Okay,
Anyhow,
good.
speaking of
There
which,
is indeed.
tell us about G-Syndicate. You tell me you're having a busy day, telling everything going on. What's going
Yeah,
on?
man. Today is one of them days. I even though I still, as I try to do the show, I dealing with some other things behind the scenes. But that's life. That's how it goes these days. This time of the year for me. I gotta handle everything. So I never gotta handle. Shout out the guys, Kiamal, Mark, Raiden, Brett, Hugh. That's G-Syndicate there. Fellas doing good work. We had a great rehearsal last night. My girl Kelly Cadogan, she came through.
Shout out Kelly,
She
man.
killed it, man. It's something expensive, man. Something good. So it's great stuff. I am happy. We got more stuff coming on Sunday. Sunday is a big day. Christmas with G-Syndicate at Frank Colombo Hall. $60. Come through. Get your tickets online. See Jerron in the house. Big up Jerron. Get your tickets online. CS, you can get them at CS Pharmacy as well. A shop in Sheraton. Rubis Coverley and Saul Warrens. You can get them there. You can also check ticket links to get them online as well. Yeah, man, the fella's ready. The fella's rearing to go. Show all the other guest acts as well. We got Jalea Boyce, Harmony Haynes, Daniel Harvey, and Irving Duggrave, all students at the Barbados Community College. Our guy Hashim Durant on Pan, or Hashim Durant, as people will say these days.
Right.
He is going to be there as well. He's going to be there as well. So yeah, man, we got a nice show coming on Sundays and stuff. So yeah, we ready to rock, man. Check out the guys on online. G-Syndicate6.com. Everything else, G-Syndicate6, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, here on YouTube. Everything at G-Syndicate6.
All right, check out G-Syndicate, people. December 18th. You get big, right? Watch me know. You get big, right? When you start to call the box offices, right? And the box offices sound like his one of them things is whole up at Kensington, right? Right? So I just saying, you hear Rubis, you hear Aymar, you hear. Hey man, I ain't knocking you at all. But congratulations. I am sorry, I don't think I could be able to make it, but it's gonna be an awesome show. I expect it to be well, I can see it regardless. So it gonna pass me. Yeah. So check out G-Syndicate. Their Christmas concert, December 18th, Frank Colombo Hall. And yeah, wherever tickets are sold, check it out. Anyhow, shout out Aston, what going on? Cherish is in the house. Good night. Nice to see you. Stephen Wu, the Bougie Van Man. Shout out Stephen Wu. I hear editing a short where you saying we saying the trigger. So you can get that tomorrow, but boy, Steve boy, you're wicked. You're wicked. Shout out Jerron. Hope everything is well. And yeah, we back at it. As I said, we are indeed the Senate Podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do content for you 5 days a week. I can say that though with confidence, right? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do the Senate Shorts. We're back on the Senate Shorts grind again. And every Tuesday and Thursday, we come here, talk the things straight in a 2-hour live session, live stream, where we get to the heart of the matter, the heart of the bottom, regardless. In the new year, we got some things cooking up. We got some ideas. We're trying to flesh out, see how feasible it is. We said the new year because between Derek and myself, we are extremely busy. Derek prepping for his show and me dealing with what I got to deal with in my 9 to 5. So, at the end of the day, we plan to up the thing for New Year. Up the thing. Right? So yeah, give us a like, a follow, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, so that come the New Year, shoot, in next tomorrow, you want to watch a short, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything coming down the pipeline. No. As I said, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go live here on YouTube and we talk the things straight. Before then, Derek goes on our social media platforms, particularly Facebook. Give us a like and a follow the Senate Podcast Facebook page. Derek would go on there and he would post what we talking about next. Shout out Marlon, man. And tonight, Derek, we gotta get in unison. We gotta harmonize here now. We talk about Miss Jackson. What's the title called, my brother?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Oh, I am for real. Never
For real.
A big trap. But anyhow, yes, we're talking about Derrick Jaxn, relationship guru and all around white knight. He is divorcing his wife. I don't have to tell you who Derrick Jaxn is. If you are well aware of this type of content, you are well aware of his type of content. And yeah, he is a person that would tell women how to move and how to behave in relationships and give advice to say, like, demand that your man be faithful, demand that your man be steadfast and honorable. And then, of course, he had the scandal where he was cheating on his wife and, he issued an apology with his wife looking very uncomfortable next to him. And then, of course, now there is new developments in the Derrick Jaxn saga. My brother, over to you, the Geraldo of the streets. Let's get into it, my brother.
Yeah, man. Good night, everybody. This is episode 179.
Get it there, boy.
It's episode 179. Yeah, man, we cranking. That's impressive, I think. So, sure, you can give me a like for that. I think that alone is deserving of a like. And again, the likes are the cost of admission. So hit the like button. That's all it is for you to pay and come in. Neil, I am not certain, but I feel like if we got a little bit of a delay going on, I don't know if you want to put down comment back or
yeah, let me start this out now. Yeah, you know what is in here now. So just hold on a second. Bear with us. We can try to start this out. I think you guys can still hear me because how I got it set up is my feed is going through Skype, but my sound is going through my computer. So bear with us as we have slight technical difficulties, making sure that we give you the best struggle stream that we can afford. Let's call up my Derek here. And why my camera is all of a sudden dark? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that a little better. Yeah. We can work with that.
Stuff.
Right.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Cool. I read.
So be in the crank with Derrick Jaxn. Yeah. Always interesting to talk. My namesake, you know. Always interesting stuff.
Better you than me.
All right. Let me push off here. A couple years ago, relationship guru Derrick Jaxn got himself embroiled in a couple of entanglements, to use a term from another patron saint, which destroyed his marriage, or threatened to destroy his marriage, and derailed his career. Content creator Tasha K brought the receipts that showed he had been unfaithful to his wife on more than one occasion. Those entanglements led to a very cringe-worthy apology, which Neil would have mentioned before, and the two of them becoming a meme. There are always teachable moments in these eventualities, and as always, the Senate is here to unpack them, provide some insight about what can be learned. So let's get, because over the weekend, we had this development. So I want us to deal with the article first, Neil. So let's see if we can get the article on screen.
Yeah, you're on screen already, boss.
Relationship guru Derrick Jaxn announced divorce from wife. Derrick Jaxn, over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated, while others of you have reached out to offer support as we privately establish this new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, we decided to go our separate ways and filed for divorce. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life, but I found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, started with healthy and whole parents, is still being accomplished. From falling in love as just teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents, I'm grateful for the years we've spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she's meant to our family. We ask that if you pray, to please pray for us as we navigate this grieving process. If not, please respect our privacy. All right. That's Derrick Jaxn, his statement that he released over the weekend. I got it a couple times, so it's interesting. I actually didn't want to talk about this, but as always, there are things to dive into. So I felt, what, let's do that. So there are a few things that we see here that both men and women need to learn and admit. They say ladies first, so let's start with the ladies. A few weeks ago, Derrick Jaxn, wife of erstwhile relationship guru Derrick Jaxn, had a very stern message for those who would have a lot to say about their marriage. And this message is very important, and it brings us to our first point of the night. Point number 1 for the ladies. Mate value and mate guarding are very real concepts, which we've thought about here on this channel before. So let's take a look at her message to the haters. Not the hatters, the haters. Let's get that message on screen.
All right, this is which one is that? Is a video. Where is the video? Got it. I almost didn't recognize her, boy. Oh Lord. I almost did not recognize her, boy. It really was her. All right, here we go.
Every person speaking against the names Derrick Jaxn and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109. Go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth in the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
All right. That is gangster. That hard.
My girl wash them off in Jesus' name.
In the name
Right.
of God, in God. But
In God.
it's not very Christian like though.
Well, man,
That
you
is not
can't
very
determine.
Christian like
God
that.
knows her heart. Yeah.
Yeah, but you come
God knows
telling
her heart.
people that you heard people get widowed and divorced and seed dry up and
Yeah,
all sorts of things.
a little while. But hey, let's explain what's going on here. So a false mate value is defined as the sum of traits that are perceived as desirable, representing genetic quality and or fitness, biology, an indication of a potential mate's reproductive success. These are things we've talked about when we talked about physical attractiveness a couple of months ago. Based on mate desirability and mate preference, mate value underpins mate selection and the formation of romantic relationships, right? Mate value can predict availability of mates. For example, a higher mate value means one is desirable to more individuals and so can afford to be more choosy in mate selection. This is going to be important. That's why we're putting this up front first, because when they start to get doing it, you're going to understand why certain things happening, how they're happening now. Thus, one's own mate value can influence trait and mate preferences.
Wait, Derek, sorry to cross you, right? But I think the situation with your microphone, I think your computer using the computer microphone and not the actual microphone. So just double check that real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching Sunday Podcast. It's a struggle stream, but we want to give you the best struggle stream that money could buy. So, just bear with us as we get things well. If you can come for me, at least when they can come for me because he stream. So yeah.
You just work out the kinks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just match shit thing. If it sort of,
everything, Jenny.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you hear me any clearer.
Yeah, boy, yeah, we're still clear. Yes.
Good.
I got you covered.
Right. It has been shown that an individual will show a preference for another who has a similar mate value to avoid rejection. So in other words, people like to hook up with people that, look like them. If you're attractive, they want attractive people.
Facts.
Yeah. This too is going to explain a lot of things on why a lot of women cannot find men today. Anyhow, let me go
shout
forward.
out Jason, man.
Specifically, one could infer is Bell.
Yeah, Jason Bell.
Oh, big respects. Specifically, one could infer that one's own mate value has a direct impact upon partner choice through the biological market theory. Here, it is believed that high market, more attractive individuals are able to translate mate preference into actual choice, primarily due to the fact they have more to offer, such as positive health markers. We talked about that in the physical attraction episode. Beauty is only skin deep. Check that out. Consequently, affecting reproductive success. Ultimately, mate value has been suggested as a determining factor in mate choice, consequently influencing the reproductive success of an individual. And that definition came from the University of Wikipedia. But anyhow, let me bring it to the local situation that we're dealing with here right now. The other day, just a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went to buy some fish. And a guy came shortly after he did. And because of the content we do, I decided to take a look at this guy and rate this man. Right? So I started to assess this guy based on what I saw, his physical attributes. Now, he was tall. I think he might be a little taller than I was. Dark. And he wasn't deformed or anything. So I guess he was good looking enough, right? But there were 2 things that struck me. First of all, he looked like he could use a good power washing, right? Dude was musty.
No, but not power washing.
Yeah, power washing can hurt. Secondly, but most importantly, this guy was noticeably and badly knock-kneed. It was at this point that I understood the vetting process which women undertake before selecting a mate. Because if I was making a mate selection, that was not something that I'd want to pass down to my offspring. Everybody with me so far, right? That is how women are going to, make their selections. I can come to that a little later. So from there, I could determine that that guy's chances of mating with the pick of the litter, the Eva Mendes of the world, would be significantly lower than a man who didn't share similar physical traits. Women assess men based on physical traits because they are indicators of the ability of their potential offspring to survive in the world. And we spoke about this again a couple of months ago on that physical attraction episode. Now, mate guarding. That's another thing we talked about, right? What we saw from Miss Jackson was some mate guarding there just now. Human mate guarding refers to behaviors employed by both males and females with the aim of maintaining reproductive opportunities and sexual access to a mate. So she wants to maintain her access to Mr. Jackson. It involves discouraging the current mate from abandoning the relationship, but it's also warding off intrasexual same-sex rivals. Right? So she tried to protect the relationship with him and ward off other people, right? So don't get tied up. She ain't just talking. She knows she ain't just talking, but the people who licking their relationship name, that kind of way, right? It has been observed in non-human animals, see sperm competition, as well as humans. Sexual jealousy is a prime example of mate guarding behavior. We know this, right? We all been there at one point or another. Both males and females use different strategies to retain a mate, and there's evidence that suggests resistance to mate guarding also exists. Some people just want to be free. Female mate guarding is the act of guarding a potential partner away from other competing females. It occurs when women mate with males that are seen as desirable due to their paternal value and are therefore more likely to attract other females. Stay with me, folks. Over 50% of females asked in a survey admitted to poaching another woman's mate, as well as 50% of men admitting that they were unfaithful when presented with a poaching female. So the women will risk, and the men are likely to accept 5 out of 10 times. It is therefore a balancing act between having close female friendships, ladies. I'm sure, and we know the women know this. It is a balancing act between having close female friendships that can help with childcare and the sharing of resources, but not letting friends become too close, that they have easy access to poach successfully. Ladies, if you know what I'm talking about, put some ones in the chat, because you know you got some friends that you will never let get wrong you, man. Females have therefore come up with tactics to ward off any potential threats. Avoidance is the first of them. Female mate guarding concentrates on avoiding attractive, fertile females. Research suggests that females are more likely to avoid women that are attractive and exclude them from the group, as these women are interpreted as potential poachers, because we know that men like women that look good. So you keep your good-looking friend from around your husband or your man, right? Now, what did we see just now from Miss Jackson's rant? A few years ago, they went into a store on a Robert Street in an attempt to buy a shirt. And the proprietor had up a sign that read, shoplifters will be bulled. Shit you not. Shoplifters will be bulled. Right?
If that is a deterrent.
I'm saying, right? Miss Jackson has put up her own version of shoplifters will be bulled. Right? Those attempting to disrespect or shoplift her marriage will be bulled as far as she's concerned, right? She put up a large beware of dog sign on the gate to her marriage and made it known in no uncertain terms how she felt about those who would try to ridicule her and her husband. Unfortunately, and unbeknownst to her, her husband had already taken the gate off its hinges, and her marriage was now open to any and all comers. So let me fast forward a couple of weeks. Over the weekend, Derrick Jaxn seems to have graduated from his wife. Yes, I'm using that term. The only problem here The only problem here, folks, is brace for this. His wife didn't get an invite to the ceremony and didn't even seem to be aware that the curriculum was complete. But one would be tempted to forgive Miss Jackson because to hear Tasha K tell it, this divorce, folks, may not have happened. So let's watch Tasha K and hear what she has to say. Because Tasha K is the person who blew the doors off of his first set of entanglements and kind of derailed Mr. Jackson for life. So Tasha K in it. So let me hear what she has to say about this latest development.
I cannot believe this shit here. Come on in here real quick, y'all. Come on in here. Look at it. Look at it. Okay? Side project, okay? Section 8 taunting wives. Look at it here, okay? Look at it. Look at it. This is Pinky. This is Pinky. And Mr. Derrick Jaxn. This is Pinky and Mr. Derrick Jaxn. Yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can. I'm on mute. Hold on.
I can't stand Tasha K, just buddy there.
I'm on mute. Y'all can't hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Yes or no? You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes?
God damn it, keep going. Shit.
Okay. So, Miss Pinky, listen, when I tell you, the content into the winos that was just in TashaKLive.com, because y'all always talking about, oh, you just trying to lure us to the app. I have the app because a lot of stuff that I put out is too uncensored. It's too uncensored. When I tell you who Derrick just left his wife for, all the receipts we put in the video on TashaKLive.com, hit the wine glass. Listen, hit the wine glass if you just left my live on TashaKLive.com and let them know how real them receipts was. This little girl here that's posting videos and posting shots at a God-fearing wife who ain't said a that lady ain't said shit. This is what she posts for clout. This is who the relationship guru love. This is what he love. Look. 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 Look.
Let's do that.
Now listen. Everything about this dirty foot is on TashaKLive.com where he don't know she from. He don't even know her past. He don't know her present. He don't know her address because he found her on Instagram, flew Spirit to Art Basel. She ain't never been there in her damn life. Probably can't even pronounce her artist's name. Okay? And this is the video she taking and she posting after he done lied to y'all saying he done filed for divorce. Where's the divorce? Where's the divorce? Where the paperwork? Where the filing? You go to his page, go to the white page, they still living together. Still recording videos in front of the same background. That wife knew nothing about no damn divorce at all. And neither does the county that they're living in Dallas, Texas. At all. He came out here trying to save face the same way we exposed him last time. And he had all up in the wife bed, all in the White House, and gonna come out here and say he changed. And he done begged the wife to come back after he done told he done brought it to the house. The reason he left the wife because she don't want to work. She working. Everything you talking about on your platform, you done got from her, from lying to her, from dogging her out.
Thank God. Thank good God that finished. Whew. I just want you to get to the point like Sizzler, man.
Yeah.
You want to just talk. Get the point.
Tasha a little loud, a little abrasive. But to hear her tell it, I know Tasha K does her digging up and stuff like that. She's got the inside scoop and everything. But to hear her tell it, the wife didn't even know about this. The
worst thing, right? So, yeah, that's where we are on that. So let me get to point number 2, because that was all the academic stuff up front. With point number 1, mate guarding and mate value. So all that brings me to point number 2. Physical attractiveness is important. Can't say that enough, right? Cannot say that enough. You can't get wrong it. Cannot get wrong it. We got another video. Sure, we can run that video now too before we come back, right?
Guys can send you the exact same text message or can approach you and say the exact same thing. And if you're attracted, you're physically, sexually attracted to one of them, and you're not attracted to the other one, the guy you're not attracted to suddenly becomes creepy to you, and the guy you are attracted to, you will accept all of those advances. You'll be flushed in the cheeks. You'll be feeling all types of tingles. You know it. So women oftentimes will say things like, oh, it's personality I care about. And we're going to get to a clip on that that's downright hilarious. And it's not true. They care about your personality after they've already decided they're attracted to you. So females value physical attraction. Now, what does that mean? What does physical attraction mean? Well, it means right off the bat, does she look at you? Are you somebody she immediately itemizes as someone that she'd want to have sex with? Let's be straight. That's what women do. They look at you and they say, are you her type? Meaning, say she likes, tall, dark, and handsome, and you're it. Okay, you fit that. Check. Do you have a good presence? Are you self-confident? Because some of it is attitude, right? Some of it is the way you carry yourself. You're a confident kind of guy. But most of it is, does she look at you and physically want you? Only after she decides that she does is she willing to look at all the other attributes.
Mm-hmm. That ain't no lie.
None. Not one insight. Women, not all, need to admit that they like certain physical traits and that they are willing to give a pass to men who possess those physical traits. Derrick Jaxn will get a pass for women because he's exactly what women want in a man. He's tall, good looking enough, muscular, famous, and more than financially secure. Things like being conscientious and integrous tend to take a back seat once the physical traits have been established first. And we just heard the lady on the video say exactly that. Women only relent on these standards if the man in question has money and or clout. How do we know this? Well, I'm glad you asked. Point number 3 for the ladies. Many women, not all, would rather be the side piece of a rich man and the husband of an average man, and certainly not a broke man. Does anybody think for a second that Pinky Love, the young lady who Derrick Jaxn is doing his thing with, doesn't know who Derrick Jaxn is, or the fact that he is indeed a married man? She and all the other women with whom Derrick Jaxn was courting is acutely aware that he is married happily or otherwise. So point number 4, final point for the ladies. In sports, we say winning covers everything. In this instance, clout and money can cover anything. Before Derrick Jaxn became a YouTube and social media sensation by telling women lies in a car, he got married to Derrick Jaxn. No disrespect to Miss Jackson, but she won't ever be mistaken for a beauty queen. At that time, Derrick Jaxn was tall, good looking enough, muscular, but broad and unknown. So their mate values, there we are again, their mate values were compatible. As his mate value grew though, hers didn't. So now he has fame and money to go along with his physical attributes, which brings me to an offshoot of this point. So let's call this point 4A. Women need to continue to compete for their man even after they have secured him. You know that's a hard one for a lot of women to process, but it's the truth. Ladies, if you realize your man is rising in stature,
making money, getting a higher profile socially, etc. In the gym, keeping himself together. Trust and believe, ladies, that other and more women will be out to get him. We talk about mate garden, we talk about poaching. Only a few minutes. You see why I set it up and I had to do the academic thing first, the long boring thing, and then come down. So that everything after that can make sense. Women will be out to get him. Miss Jackson's mate value actually decreased, unfortunately for her, because she had children. She had his children. But before the ladies come to kill and cure, I wanted to extend the same grace to my namesake that they extended to Tia Murray on her graduation. So, to the fellas. You and I, gentlemen, we have some points which we can take from this whole dumpster fire too. So let's get into those. Point number 1 for the men. Men, we need to admit that we like certain physical traits in women too, if we can get them. And as an offshoot to that, 1A, they also need to start messing with women who do not meet their physical preferences. We've all had relations with a woman that we didn't necessarily find attractive, but we had an itch to scratch, so we did it and hoped that nobody found out. Put some ones in the chat if you are agreeing with me, gentlemen. Let me big up my girl Cherish, right? When Cherish and I have these conversations about these kind of topics, he always says, you know, men don't realize their power. And more I'm tempted to agree. The day that men start copulating with women who do not meet the criteria they desire, not only with the pelotons and treadmills sell out, but all the aggressive, combative, and masculine attitudes toned down as well. The fact that women know that somebody can still hit it is why women approach their physical attractiveness and their attitudes the way that they do. Men, we need to start rewarding aberrant behavior by laying down with undesirable women. Point number 2 for the men. Men need to admit that they like women who have a little bit of slut in them. Yeah, I said it. Now, I know the women are jumping for joy to hear this admission, but it's a fact. We like our women who have a little bit of slut in them. Let's take a look at Pinky Love, Neil. If you could grace the screen with Pinky Love. Let's take a look at Pinky Love. Just roll her on screen for us, Neil.
Yeah, she did. She did. So the little, very nice, very nice. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Let's like this Pinky and Pink. I like this ensemble.
Yeah.
Very nice. The nice watch and everything over the sleeve and everything. That hair matching the outfit and everything. That very nice fitting for somebody named Pinky. Yeah. Very
Pink
nice.
Butt Lessons will call it the Magic City uniform.
Oh my.
Yeah. Conversely, Neil, let's roll Miss Jackson on screen.
I mean, I personally would, you know, I mean, she kind of cutesy. I mean,
she kind of cutesy, but which you want? Which you prefer? Which catches your eye instantly?
I mean, I can
Don't
dipsy
dipsy
do
lane.
If you're not dipsy do lane, then I would show the people what I would be working with.
Yeah, put a 1 in the chat for Pinky, put a 2 in the chat for Miss Jackson. I ain't talking about who you marrying. I talking about who catches your eye first and foremost.
Well, this outfit in the all pink and the hair and everything that with the Jameson whiskey sign in the background, it surely catches my eye because, you know, I think, you know, you can see in the background the logos of various teams.
As a whiskey drinker.
Yeah, whiskey drinker. They got the Mike Tyson thing. Like, you know, it is well posed. Yes, is the framing and everything like that is very nice. And the smile is, you know, she's yeah. I could work. I could MacGyver situation there.
Right. Okay. So just on looks alone, fellas, this is the next question for you. Which one of these ladies, Miss Jackson or Pinky, do you think is an IG model or has an OnlyFans? Which one of these two ladies, just by looking at them, you think is more inclined to be on OnlyFans?
No. I have a theory. When you go on these ladies' IG profile, they usually have a link tree in their bio.
Right.
Was this one IG handle? She's
Pinky Love. I think, yeah, Pinky Love. You should find her.
Pinky
popular.
Love IG.
You can let us know what you find there if you find anything.
Right? Let me see what. Well, no, that's not Pinky Love for sure. Definitely not Pinky Love. Pinky Love. The official Pinky Love.
Official Pinky Love.
Yeah, it is official Pinky Love. Right. So we see she's a fashion model.
Right. She working the TikTok thing.
Yeah, she working the TikTok thing. Yeah, I don't. She just TikTok. She just TikTok. But
just TikTok. All right.
Her Instagram pages was well curated. Money is coming. She has here. Yeah.
I found that particular post interesting. I think it's like 6 slides.
Yeah. Money is coming.
Money is coming. A new car is coming, and I think another one, a new house is coming. You could put up a screen if you could, Neil. That'd be great. I was going to screenshot them. I said no.
Let me see.
If you could share those, that'd be fantastic. Right?
Give me 1 second. Let me MacGyver a situation here. So I want browser. Where do we have that? Do I have to create one? I may have to create one. All right,
yeah, but that particular post, I found that particular post hilarious to me. All right, so fellas, we need to admit that we like women with a little bit of slut in them. We gotta stop talking about we like and want women who are chaste and virtuous and pure as the driven snow.
Yeah,
men want women.
I got it here.
That we know. I'll put it on screen.
Yeah.
Wait, see?
Yeah, money is coming. Let me see what else they got here. Money is coming. Then they got the new car is coming.
Yeah.
The new home is coming.
Right.
The new business is coming. The breakthrough is coming. The financial freedom is coming.
Indeed it is. Derrick, brace yourself.
That ain't no lie.
No lies. So fellas, we gotta admit that that's who we like. Right? Men want women that we know can bust it open for us. The problem. Drop it. Oh no, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Sorry, man. I can't help it.
The problem men have is finding a woman who is only going to bust it open for us and not only fans as well. A lot of men can't seem to pick correctly. Derrick Jaxn wanted and married a woman in the church who could raise the family he thought he wanted while still longing for the streets. He couldn't or didn't want to convert his woman to be street adjacent. That's what I'm going to call it. So what did he do? He employed the dual mating strategy, much like modern women. Not all. He got a woman to bear his children, a woman that would take care of his family and raise his family and stuff like that, and then got other women to fulfill his more carnal desires. No, this sounds like a solid plan. If you are not married, fellas, this can't work if you are married. Future and Nick Cannon got babies all across the US, but the difference is they are not married. Yeah. And the next thing too, everybody know that them is my horse.
Men are good.
Yeah, them in it exactly.
Good.
Them in it. I hear what I say. You're doing good. Them in it, put them in it, pan Instagram, sorry, pan YouTube. Say don't have the front seat in that car. Girl say men and telling men how much dogs them is. Everybody know that men in the use. They have owned up to who they are. Everybody accept them for who they are. I'll be rolling with it. This dude trying to mama guy everybody else. Point number 3, and final point for the men. Men need to appreciate and value women who are down like 4 flat tires in the beginning. As a man improves his lot and station in life, his taste in women will change because he has access to more attractive women. Money and influence tend to be direct results of success. But access to attractive women is a more indirect result of success. And a lot of times it is the most important to men. That access has to be earned through productivity in some shape or form. And if a man knows that he has worked his way to that access, he will more often than not attempt to enjoy that success and that access. There are so many instances of men being with a woman in the early stages, and as soon as he becomes successful, he dumps her and moves on to the woman or the women you really wanted from the beginning. Look at Gary V, for example. Yeah, Gary V got all the hot to trot thing there, so they roll him in. You know what I mean? But this connects to the points, one of the points I made earlier. If you know that you don't like fat women, for example, don't use them as a placeholder until you level up, gentlemen. Level up first, then attract the women you really want. And don't get married. Don't get married and then still try to play the field like our friend here, Mr. Jackson. Because the reality is, none of the women that with whom he is cavorting, like caterwauling, as what people would say, look anything like his wife. None of them. He dealing with IG models and he wife form. Under the helmet of salvation, it was I think that we should call it the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet of salvation.
Yeah, none of his outside side pieces look like his wife. Not one of them. So I want to caution men to ask themselves the question: would these women still rock with me if I was broke? If men would stop to ask this question, many times the answer would be a resounding no. I'm sure if Derrick Jaxn asked himself that question, he would get a resounding no too. He hasn't, and now his wife and children will be left to pick up the pieces if they can. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching the Senate podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. And let's get into it. Now, first, let me address the Derrick Jaxn situation. You know, we do this content, right? We Derrick and myself, we do content, right? And obviously, we have to recognize that everything that you say on the internet is to believe, right? Derrick and I do this content because our goal is not to change anybody's mind. Our goal is just to give you food for thought. We ask the question why, right? We ain't telling one to marry, we ain't telling one not to marry, we ain't telling one not to live your best life, bad life, do all by yourself or whatever. We're not telling you not to, leave with your wallet and chase the women you want to chase and all of this here. We're not telling you that. We just giving you food for thought and letting you know how the game is run. Okay? When you have, and I firmly believe, right, in transparency, right? This it's funny, right? When it was there, you would know this is going on 10 years now that I've been doing podcasts in some form or fashion. Content creation. And, in the varying attempts of different podcasts and stuff like that, you have an inkling of what it should be. So like when I first started doing it, they said, I said to myself, the only way that this can work is if you're authentic, because I believe in YouTube. YouTube is the greatest social media platform in the world, in existence. And to me, YouTube works best because it gives you a platform to be your authentic self. Good, bad, and indifferent, it gives you a platform to be your authentic self, transparent to the end. And when we went to do this podcast, early out in the juggling, I was like, Derrick, boy, I don't know if I could do this, boy, because I felt as though there was a level of transparency I would need to have with the audience, right? A level of accountability I would have to have with the audience, and a level of responsibility I would have with the audience, right? And I wasn't ready for it. I say all of that word salad to say, when you get many people internet and you want to inspire minds, or you want to make people question certain thought processes and patterns and behaviors, and you want to give insight into anything, you have to be living the authentic life. Meaning that Derek and myself, we are not going to come on this show and we are going to tell you things like, be the best version of you for you. We're not going to come on here and tell you do certain things for women and not lead with your wallet and this, that, and next. And we out here leading with your wallet. And we out here cheating for women. And we out here, doing reprehensible things. Derrick Jaxn's mistake, in my opinion, is that he was not being transparent. You wanted to cater to women and let them know how they should be treated like queens, but you were not treating your queen like a queen. You were imploring men to up their game, do better, be better, and treat women more honorably, with respect, and understanding that they're the prize. But Derrick Jaxn, you have not led that life. See, if you had come up with people in the internet and say, here, tune, right, I'm married, but there's the struggles as a married man, right? I ain't gonna lie, I got wandering. I ain't gonna lie, I had some transgressions before, and my wife and I don't know if she want to talk about it or not, but this is where I am. And this is something I have a problem with, right? And women should know, especially married women should know, this is the pitfalls you got to look for. And these are the things you have to be acutely aware of in your marriage, especially if you have children. Men out there, I could speak from a man that is cheating or has cheated, why these things are slippery slope. If you have come, Derrick Jaxn, and said them sort of things and made it relatable, you ain't the only man out there that have cheated or cheating. Me and my boy Derrick, we have said that we have cheated in the past. We've done that. We've made mistakes, and we've owned up to it. We've held ourselves accountable to it and to the person that we've cheated upon, right? And we have moved on.
As we always say, it was as we always say in short, I forgive myself for cheating.
Yeah. Well, that I can't that far, but
fear the DNA test.
But
let me shout out my man Jerron here. Jerron, I agree with you, right? Yeah, men want they take them, those types of women like Pinky Love, they to smash, right? But
yeah.
And as I think of this, I ain't too sure if it was clear enough to say, you would want that to smash, but not necessarily to raise your family and stuff like that. You want a woman that could bust it open for you only, and not you and only fans.
Right, I agree with that. So yeah, so I think when people come on this platform, we got the red pill, blue pill, alpha, we got all sorts of terminologies now. Black pill, yellow pill, all these pills, the Infinity Stone pill, all the pills, right? The Thanos pill, we got pills, right? When you come into this space, you gotta live by what you putting out there. Like, I think I see this show, the way I see this show is that this is a show of giving men some gain, letting men know like how life keeping, let men know that you are not alone. Like, the struggles in appearance and leveling up and everything like that as an average man, and even trying to elevate yourself from being an average man to a man of some worth, why society sees us the way they see us, and what you have to do to navigate it, because we've struggled with it individually, and we kind of charting the course. We're trying to figure out our way too. We don't come from it from a position of telling men and women, or women, so you can really let that woman do that to you, or you can let that man, like, no, we don't come from it like that. I know a lot of people seem to think that we have a negative message spreading or whatever like that, but by and large, I think if I were to sum up in one word or one sentence what our show is about, it is about asking the question why. Whether it's why men are the way they are, why women are the way they are, why the dynamic is growing further apart, etc., etc. Shoot, even the shorts are dedicated to that, because we highlight, in some regards, the wildness that is out there and how people use social media for any and everything. And when I light on, people just talk out the mouth and talk out the ass, right? So I just want people to understand, right? And you don't gotta be a content creator, you don't gotta be a podcaster, you don't gotta be nothing. So you could be simply having an Instagram account. You have to be very careful how you go about putting content out there. The young lady, Pinky Love, she seems to be looking to be she says she's a fashion model. She's probably going on that line to be, a person that can model bikinis and fashion over and that sort of stuff. Brother man, I didn't see the OnlyFans page. I didn't see a link. So, hey man.
Okay.
Hey man.
We can only judge what we see.
We can only judge what we see. And if that's the route she wants to take, that is fine. Shoot, if you look at her page, it is catered toward that end. No problem with that. Right? Once you captioning, because I got probably captions. You caption yourself in the bikini, you talk about God and the struggles and tribulations,
Lord,
and you bend over.
Lord is my shepherd.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you quote him Bible verses and you whole backside showing out twerking. Once you're doing something foolish like that, and you're saying, yeah, look at me, I have no problem with you doing, right? But you still have to be cognizant of what you put out there and how. There's a content creator there that we came across last night, very recently, right? We came across last night. And I listened to a couple episodes. Well, there's only a couple of episodes, but I listened to the content creator, and it made me wonder, how authentic is this person? You know what I mean? How authentic are you when you're doing what you're doing? Now, it's a very slippery slope. We're not asking you to trust people or whatever, but you gotta be careful with the messages you get out there. And even with Derrick and myself, right? We talking and we feel we believe what we talking about and everything like that, but when we give you stats, when we tell you what men think and how we go about and what going on in the street or whatever, do your own research. Don't take our word for it. Don't come and listen and put ones in the chat, or don't come and just curse me. Do your research for yourself, whether it be anecdotally. Shoot, if we got time, I can even post the links that we's putting. You understand? The point remains is that stop. First things first, content creators, be authentic. Be authentic. Because the internet, don't forget, the internet can come and they can dig. You understand? No, I know that's why the whole misogyny thing don't bother me, because you can dig and dig and dig. If you find anything misogynistic, have at it. Enjoy. Rate me. I don't care. But there ain't nothing in there. Because I know who I am and I post what I am. Right? There is the same thing. We are two men cut from the same cloth. So that's number one. And number two, as a consumer of content, you have to be very careful with whom you blindly listen to. We do not want people to blindly listen to us. We never wanted anybody to blindly listen to us. And you should never blindly listen to anyone. Shoot, people can't understand why whenever I watch in news, I watch Fox News. Like if I'm watching about US politics or whatever like that, I include in my circuit of news channels Fox News. So it'd be CNN, Al Jazeera, Fox News, and MSNBC. People are like, well, you're watching Fox News because you need to understand the rhetoric that is out there from all sides. If you are going to accurately talk and judge something and speak on something, it is best to be informed from all sides, even the side you don't want to listen to. And I am not the type of person that would hear a side and say, oh, this person is a racist. Right? This person is a racist. But that don't mean that if they speak on the beauty of life or they speak on the beauty of a car or something like that, I can be all saying, oh, I don't want to hear none of them say, because I can separate issues. I can separate human beings from their rhetoric. Right? So at the end of the day, I ain't saying that I can be friends with you. I ain't gonna say that me and you gonna hold court and bread and things like that. But I'm not throwing away everything that is said just because of one thing or a set of beliefs. So I'm saying that to say, be careful with what you consume on the internet, inclusive of us. Make sure you do your due diligence and think for yourselves. Because this really and truly, it's just two men here on a Tuesday and Thursday coming and talking and having fun. You understand? At the end of the day, we feel that we got to say the same, we saying it. That don't mean that we right, don't mean that we wrong. It just means that we have a platform and we having it. To Derrick Jaxn, again, and this to men in general, right? Derek talked about it. If you are going to settle down and marry a woman, you have to honor the covenant of that. There's a commitment with that, whether you're a man or a woman. There are certain, like, marriage is a fundamental test of your commitment to someone other than yourself. I can't think of another commitment to someone else that is daily testing you than starting a family, getting married, and starting a family. Right? You get married, you have a child, you got people that you got to take care of and God take care of you, and you have to constantly be committed to that endeavor. Right? If you know, right, that you look a certain way, you move in a certain way, and the money coming, and you saying, yeah, boy, I get access to women that I wasn't normally getting access to, and people looking at me a sort of way or whatever, right? You gotta stop, pause, and ask yourself if it is worth throwing away your relationship. You see, they got this thing called, they got in comics, they got this saying, I'm gonna paraphrase, but basically, best example I could put it, Jordan Peterson says something that he implores men to be dangerous. Right? And a lot of people take that out of context in that he's saying, be dangerous, do nefarious things, take what you want, do nefarious things to women, be as bad as you want to be or whatever. But what he is saying, he clarified it. He said he wants men to be dangerous because with that intent, you have to exercise a certain willpower, not to exercise what comes with being dangerous. So, for example, Derek and myself, we could become fit, we could become famous, we could become rich, right? And we can have an access to a myriad of things. Drugs, sex, alcohol, all types of things. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden we rich and we switch and we partying it every night and we got 3 and 4 women sleeping with when the night come and, we neglecting our children and we spending money irresponsibly or whatever. You understand? At the end of the day, with certain power comes certain responsibility, Spider-Man. Right? You got to be responsible. So Derrick Jaxn, because you elevate in a life, you look a certain way, you move in a certain way, you're getting access to different women, it mean that you all go along for it. NBA players, the same thing. Entertainers, the same thing. All types of athletes, the same thing. When you are put in the spotlight, because fame is intoxicating, wealth is even more intoxicating. Excuse me. You can have access to all types of things. You think that all of a sudden, no, I'm married, and Eva Mendes start coming around. I make my jokes and stuff like that, right? But if I'm married, I got my family, I been in a little saying here, and I got access to Eva Mendes, right? For me to cavort with Eva, no, I'm telling you, mistakes has happened. All right, not mistakes, but transgressions has happened. She was Eva Mendes, love me one. But the point remains is that you could be hugging up, all jokes to say, you could be hugging up, you married, got a wife home, children home, and you both there hugging up another woman in some other place. You flying out another woman and having relations with a person and you married bed, you marital bed. Like, nah, you wrong. You wrong.
I Rihanna is raising the point. Some men want a good, quiet, modest woman at home, then go there and do the most with the opposite type. Meanwhile, she home cooking, cleaning, no makeup, and no hot shorts, and completely broken, which is what he seemed to have done.
Right. So the reason why he's doing that, and I can explain this a bit, right? You see, men has got this thing.
That's
confused.
what you like,
That's what we like. But men has get confused, right? Men want sex, but men want purity. Men want a woman to stay home, take care of them, hold it down, nurture and help build or take care of home, right? Make a house a home. And still want her to be a lady, a freak in the sheets. So sometimes men is marry for one, but really want
Julia made a strategy for me.
Good. Want a little thing, right? So no. You got home covered, children covered, house is a home. You got a wife home taking care of you. She devoted to you. She ruined her body for you. She takes sacrifices for her career. She do all sorts of things for you. And you take it upon yourself to say, all right, I got one I got one element covered. Let me go see if I can get the other element. No, that's why you gotta be discerning. That is why you got to be prudent in your decision making. It might take you a while. Shoot, if you're a man like sex, if you like the streets, right? If you like the streets, right? Admit to yourself you like the streets.
Just be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself.
Don't confuse the body with children and marriage and all this here and divorce and you run in the streets, run the streets. You talk about love. You run in the streets. Run the streets. This goes for
Neil.
This goes for
right?
men and women. Run the streets. But don't confuse other people. Go ahead, my brother.
I am going to send you, because this is a very important part, right? When you say, we got the saying, to thine own self be true. Right?
Big
to
true.
thine own self be true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am sending you 2 photos, right?
All right, yeah. Sorry, I saw the photos. Shit.
Right? I want you to put those 2 photos on screen if you can, next to one another.
Next to one another.
All right, and you will see that man, the man is Derrick Jaxn is in both pictures, and he looks like 2 completely different people.
All right, let me see if I could. Where's the first? Oh, here's the first one.
He looks like 2 completely different people. Well, you start out, Neil, folks. You are watching the Senate podcast. This is episode 179 of the live streams. Thank you so much for those of you who've been rocking with us for all this time. We have 459 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. We get to 460. Shoot, if we could get to 400 to 500 in a year, that'd be fantastic. We take 475. You know, hit the like button, hit the shares, subscribe, all them things, to ensure that we keep building and building and building the community. It's great stuff. And we put this up there now that you say building the community. Next year they got the awards. You could nominate the men for podcast of the year. Shoot, then another podcast that come in cranking like this every week.
Listen, I saw you saying I didn't say nothing. I don't want anyhow. Let me. I'll say that off here. I'll say that off here.
I putting it out there, man. I putting it out there early.
Yeah.
So let me get into 2 pictures on screen.
Yeah, it rough, but here we go. Yeah. There you go.
Dude looks like 2 totally different people. My man in jacket and thing, and his suit, 3-piece suit, as you all people say, he and his wife. And then he out on the strip. It almost looked like he and this young hot to trot chickadee. Yeah.
But you know some. Go ahead.
Again,
sorry.
As I say, to thine own self be true. Because in one case, you look like, you know, family man and hubby and all that. And then in the next case, again, you know what I mean? 2 totally different people. If you know that's who you like, if that's who you are, sure, open up and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Just roll with that, dude. Just roll with that. Be yourself.
Be yourself. But you know, because this is very nuanced, right? This ain't black and white, right? In traversing life, you sometimes don't know yourself. He said that he and this woman married very young. They were together for a long time. They were married young, etc. So it's not 100% fair to say know yourself and know you both. But there is something for exploring that. For example, if I were in Derrick Jaxn's situation, I have a wife home, and you know, I am rising in fame, status, celebrity, financial standing. And I realize, because he wake up one day and realize, I like women, you know, I like to get it in when I could get it in. I think he knew that from before. As a matter of fact, I posit, if you do a deep dive into his relationship with the young lady, because he didn't know all of a sudden become 6 foot, how much ever, you know. He didn't know all of a sudden get buff and stuff like that, was dark skin, you know, right? So I think what had happened there with that young lady that he is married to, I'm sure she tried her best to be a facilitator of what he wanted for his proclivities. But when children come and, you know, the rigors of life come true and everything, that it can't be sustained and maintained. Derrick Jaxn's problem is that he ain't, and we see this. We got to say it, Derrick. We see this with women all the time. Women just get bored. Women just don't be true to themselves, and women just divorce. Not all, but She almost all, because you can look at statistics and some women over there divorcing at a certain clip. But anyhow, the point remains is Derrick Jaxn is essentially doing exactly what we see on the from women, right? In that you've made a commitment and you ain't getting through the rigors of life. You decide to bail because you want what you want, right? I'm sure he, in his mind, has contorted it that he has evolved while she has remained stagnant. He's graduated while she is now in special ed. He probably turning it out like, you know what, he got it's his time and he got to do for him. And however he mama guy this, as you say, he wrong. And you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. To me, the best thing to say is if you don't know yourself, if you don't know who you about, whatever, still know who you about. If you know you married, you holding your wife hand, and every 2 seconds you see a good looking woman, you're saying, cheese on bread, boy. Right now, she's a butter me, she's slight. Right? If you know that within yourself, you got to consider married life might not be for me. But if you could look and say, well, if I wasn't a married man, you understand what I mean? If I didn't have certain obligations.
I think the challenge here for Derrick Jaxn and men like him, which is pretty much all of us, you know, all of us, sorry, not all of us, a lot of us, is that we never know where life is going to take us. Because they've only been married 4 years. Right?
What?
They've only been married 4 years. So they was together a long time. Right? But I think what happened is because you said she would have tried to facilitate all the stuff that he had going on from a sexual aspect. I feel it's more from a branding and business aspect.
I believe that too. I believe both things to be true, actually. But yeah.
Where she marrying her was kind of like the selling point to bring home everything. Well, look, he's a respectable man in the community, you know. They married this girl and
we got family under the covenant of God.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So
but then that's crazy though.
Everything legit. Because 4 years ago, he was on the rise. You know what I mean?
So wait.
The kind of solidify everything is like, let me get married now.
When they got married?
2018.
No, that is crazy to me. I can tell you why. Now, this is my personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want people to believe that this is necessarily the views and thoughts of the Senate podcast or Derrick. If Derrick agrees, that's okay. But this is my opinion. I think Derrick Jaxn is a narcissist. If you want to know what a narcissist is.
Oh, for sure.
If you want to know what a narcissist is.
In the apology, the man referred to himself as Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah. Well,
come on, man.
Right? The man is a narcissist. No, the reason why you say, I ain't a man that can just open my mouth and call a person a thing, unless you do real junk. And in this case, I got this man doing real junk. Derrick Jaxn is a narcissist because and this is speculative, but based on what Derrick just said,
not really,
right? He married this woman because she can help sell books. She can help sell the lifestyle. She can help sell, you know, when they come telling you about you don't allow no man to do this and be faithful to your man and thing, he can lean back on.
Look at me, I'm married.
Yeah. So it might
guess what? He knows she ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Because he views himself as such a high value man in his mind. He look good, he tall, he rich, he can speak well and everything. That is the catch of every woman's eye. That woman should be glad to be with him. That to me is
value.
Yep.
He has the higher value in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So he horned she and she was like, you know what, I can take that, I can swallow that one.
And she come and scream with a bonnet and talk about apologies. No.
And then come and cuss people a couple of weeks ago.
But you see, now look at it now, right? And you know, this is why we don't come and just talk, you know. Because watch, the same Tia Murray, she ain't get horned. No, that we know about. There wasn't no essay nor no hands thrown or nothing. But calling she a stick boat. Matter of fact, she level up bonnet, pop down. Nah, she up the thing and change her costumes and want it top.
Be the streets.
The woman straight in the streets. And that goes to show you the thinking and the mentality because she is holding on to him. Maybe she holding on to him because he is a man of value. Maybe because she loves the man. It could be a combination of all those things. She could, right. She could genuinely say, you know what, this is my man. We've been rocking. We went through ups and downs, good and bad. I got this man children. You know, I in it for the long haul. But the sad reality is, I feel Derrick Jaxn is in it for Derrick Jaxn. If being with Pinky was to suddenly give him a rise in fame and fortune, then divorce papers signing tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a picture, which is hilarious, but if you want the definition, if you want a visual representation, a physical manifestation of narcissism, look at your once upon a time savior of Derrick Jaxn. So when you shoot, there's even a bit of misogyny in there too, because of the thinking. Because she's a thing, she's a tool. She is not a person with value. You understand? So when you come and you say that we is like misogynists and narcissists and that sort of thing, we like Derrick Jaxn though.
But that's the fascinating thing, you know. Women love Derrick Jaxn. Women absolutely love Derrick Jaxn. I heard Obsidian, my guy Obsidian, he went to conference, whatever, some kind of conference get together thing, convention. It was Derrick Jaxn, Ace Metaphor, Stefan Labossiere. I think Tony Gaskins was there, right? So all the heavy hitters in the panders to women. And he said his assistant at the break went to the bathroom and she could hear all the ladies in the bathroom talking about how much Derrick Jaxn would get it. They wasn't really talking about the other guys, but Derrick Jaxn for sure.
Look, Derrick Jaxn is 6'3",
and he
right?
was already married. 5, Neil. 6'5". Don't short the man.
Wait, the man 6'5"?
He's your height, Neil. 6'5". And stacked, as you can see. Yeah,
the man built. The man built. Like, I'm gonna put up this picture again with him and Pinky, because there's a reason why I'm gonna put this up, right? Because I am sure, and this is not even a question, if this man was walking about, and he was not Derrick Jaxn, he wasn't a man, good, bad, polarizing, anything like that. That man walking up would be 6'5" and built like that, right?
Yeah.
Cobbling.
Wash with.
Right? So, man, this is fascinating stuff. Because if that man not about here but Barbados, right now Derrick Jaxn coming. A lot of people that talking about misogyny and red pill and this and that, next third, he would still get it.
But the man cheated on his wife and still got Pinky. Yeah. The man got Pinky again. Because he got money. He thought he good looking enough. He got muscles. Shoot, what is there not to like?
But I want to put something on screen though, because this, ladies and gentlemen, look at this woman's fingernails. Right? The white fingernails holding the cup here, so up. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So it's zooming in hands here, so zooming in hands. Hold on a minute. Because, wait, hold on. Right, we get it here so I can, it's going to be a challenge, but bear with me. Right, look at them fingernails there, look. Look at them fingernails, look. No.
Talents.
Right? No. Gentlemen, please come here every week and we talk, right? We telling to be the best version of you for you, and you can ignore consequences, but you can't. You can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality, right? Derrick Jaxn living his best life at the moment. He has spurned his wife, a mother of his children, homemaker, for that woman right there. Right? That woman is not a woman that he would be. Well, he could try. Don't let me say she ain't a woman to build a life. He could certainly try. But that...
Take a pen there. Don't go no further before you continue. Because I'm going to put this piece in there to let you continue. Right? Please note, that picture came from her to the public. Yeah? And then Tasha K caught it.
Oh, she leaked the picture.
Disseminated it.
Yeah, she leaked the picture.
She leaked the photo, knowing that he's a man that's married. So consider she put you business on Front Street like that.
Brother man. But I can
So
put up
we
the
know
picture.
we can see who Pinky came about here.
No. I'm gonna put up the picture again because look at that man. That man look like he hiding. That man look like he. What's this thing, Derrick? Derrick.
Derrick Jaxn
We are two men. We've been in the streets. We live that life. We horn. We was dealing with women we know we shouldn't be dealing with. That we didn't. You would take a picture with a woman.
No, no.
Good.
Hell no, you're gonna finish that. Hell
good.
No
pictures, brother man. They got women. I know that it was like, see me. I know this ain't a woman I should be dealing with. And the pictures ain't that. Not one. Not one. And look at this. Not only is they're posing
in broad daylight.
My man got the drink up and pointing. My man had distanced himself from the woman. He stand up on his side. He make it look like there's a fan.
30 face.
That is his woman.
She got half her body covered.
Good. What does that tell you? That tells you that Derrick Jaxn does not care nothing about his woman, his wife. Nothing. And Pinky is along for the ride because two of them is two peas in a pod right there. So you know what? Maybe he should build a life with her. But for the average man out there, or men that are not narcissists, what I would say is, do not get caught up behind the physical. The woman look good now. And you may look a certain sort of way. You might carry yourself a sort of way. You might got the money. You may have access to more women, a higher, beautiful, lovely women. But you got to know what is at stake. Because he's making jokes on top about divorce, expensive. He's talking about children and everything about, and how the trauma they're going through or whatever, right? But let me put it to you like this. If you were to do a wife swap, y'all remember the show Wife Swap? You do a wife swap, right? And you take the woman that you have now, or the woman you are married to, and you swap out for a woman that got nails all down here. Every picture on Instagram is wings and things, right? Breasts and thighs, right? Weave all down the back and does not care anything for discretion, right? Swap. You want to build a life with that? There's a woman you get children to, or that all you can see past. You can't see past the physical. You can't see past that. All you seeing is that fat behind. You seeing the God. You just seeing the loving, but you're not seeing like the holding down, the nurturing, the house or home. Shoot, babe, I sit. You can make me a sandwich. Shoot, I get out here and mow the lawn for you. You can see that. If you do that, but anytime you get into that sort of situation, always ask yourself, because if you run out the current woman, she don't want to come in and root nest.
Mm-hmm.
Is this somebody you want in your homestead to build a home with? I'm just saying, gentlemen.
And she willing to harm with you?
Because that I am because Derrick Jaxn and this way think the mentality of Derrick Jaxn must be saying, look, when she has lasted her usefulness to me, and I've grown tired of, because she probably sleeping with her and several other women. So that means that when he done, he'd be like, look, she give me stress and problems, block and delete, on to the next. So because he got his family, he might be studying. I got my family, I got my legacy, my career, I got all that sorted out, right? Divorce, she can get taken care of, whatever. I can run these streets. And he might bet on himself and say he could run the streets for a little while, and he might go a little mileage on it. But I just saying.
Well, Derrick Jaxn coming with a strong comeback like law school fighting back, man. Because it can be a case where I see it going this way. Derrick Jaxn can just run the streets, as you say, his system, and then come back say, but yeah, forgiveness, repentance, redemption, all that with a new book. Because that's the hustler. Let me be real. He's a hustler. He know what women want here. He know how to present it to them.
And he could wear salad with the best. He could toss a salad with the best of them.
With the best of them. And based on how he look and the fact that he already got a pass from women, Derrick Jaxn could come back again like bell bottom pants and Jerry Curls. And therefore, it's 24 minutes past the hour.
What do people say in the chat, man? What do people say in the chat?
This is a very, very interesting conversation about stuff that is not really related to what we're talking about.
I just saw a lot of activity. I didn't know.
It's talking about ruining your body for a man and that kind of thing. It'd be a little debate going on with Rianne, Lee, and Antisocial. Yeah.
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, just be prudent, fellas. Be prudent, and you know what I mean? Ladies, I understand is one talk nice and thing and say, the covenant of marriage and this and that next and third. But life just happen here, and some of y'all deal with some married men here. I just saying, some of y'all deal with somebody else man here. I just saying. A lot of y'all look at other people, men, and say, Colin, if you look at me cross, like if I look at he crosser, if you look at me crosser, he gonna treat others. So I know y'all's like to come and label us and say all sorts of mean things to us, right? Hurtful things. So fucking hurt. Y'all come and say it, right? Y'all come and tell us the world, right? But I just want y'all to realize that y'all are not seeing it. Y'all are seeing it very limited. You ain't seeing a man like Derrick Jaxn that you do it. It might not be Derrick Jaxn exact, right? But I got a married man out there, so that you probably should cheat him and say, but him, he going to this. Wife or no wife, children or no children. Right? So, hey man, I got a question for the people though. Now that we're on this subject, right? It is just a random question. If we were to say, randomly decide that we were going to have a forum where we have several people on the show, like 6 or so people, would there be any women in the chat or any people watching? Would you be interested in coming on and talking about topics? Again, we operate in good faith. No, we're not coming to, there's no agenda or anything like that. It's just something we kind of thinking about. And shoot, there and I got a little hidden bet. Would women be interested in coming on? We know the men will come, right? But would the women come and lend their voices in a conversation that could potentially get into debate depending on the conversation going? Just let us know. You could put the conversation. Some of you could private message me, DM the channel, send it in session@gmail.com. Shoot, you all know how to find me. But yeah.
Yeah, man. We had another interesting discussion if fine. He here saying that she will come.
Lee will come. Lee would. But yeah, Lee will come. I just don't want. I want varying opinions. I know. Kevin would support that.
Sure,
Kevin would support that.
But we got another initiative, and we need to have a conversation about that before we share with you. Yeah. Thursday, I don't know if I'll be able to do this live stream on Thursday.
That ain't no problem.
No, got one more rehearsal before.
That is no problem,
before
brother.
Sunday.
Shoot, you do it off there, man. Shoot, it's me that my schedules be kind of iffy. Is no problem. You could take a one day. You could take a vacation there. Sorry.
Appreciate it, man. So, folks, we may not be a live stream on Thursday. Matter of fact, yeah, we won't be here on Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if Negan drops in around that kind of time to keep y'all entertained.
I can rig up in that time because time tight, and then Thursday is a busy day for me. So you might not get none. I can get you a short tomorrow. You might get something. You will get something Friday, but I can't guarantee I could fill that thing quick.
All right, no problem. But yeah, folks, it's another good one. It's 9:28 in Barbados, the rest of Eastern Caribbean. You have been watching Senate Podcast, folks. Then let me know, make up the rules. We just make sure you know what they are. Be the best version of you for you. And oh yeah, you can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. I see the numbers up again, so please remember, folks. So yeah, be careful there, folks. We can see y'all again later. Look over a short tomorrow, short on Friday. These live streams coming next week. Peace. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh.